Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to Allah Achim and this truth and sincerity, starting with the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which we're fighting to be a part of. And this is the brother Khabar Yakal coming back once again, Lord willing, with a quick and edifying lesson. And the title is That Sword is Drawing Near. Alright, and that sword that I'm speaking of is the sword of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, which Yahweh is the name of the Most High God of Israel, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the Messiah, alright, the only begotten Son, the beloved Son of Yahweh. You know, his name is Yahweh Shai. Alright, Yah is he, Yahweh Shai means saves, or deliverer. And we're going to definitely need a deliverer when that sword is here, which that sword of the Lord, you know, is Esau Edom, the wicked. All right. And this lesson is just going to be going into that. You know, the times that we're coming into, that sword is going to, you know, that sword is going to be in full swing, so to speak. This is, I'm going to start with 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. Matter of fact, I'll start at 14. It says, woe to the world. The word woe means destruction. It means calamity. It means, you know, just anything bad. That's what woe means. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. So the sword and the destruction of this world that we're living in is drawing near, meaning it's getting close. All right. It's like if you have a well, you put the bucket with the rope down in the well to get water, and then you draw it up. You know, or if you're fishing, you know, they say reel it in, but you could also say you're drawing it out. You know. But damn mosquitoes out here. But essentially it means it's getting close. All right. It says, where was that? For their sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right. A precept to that is where it says the Egyptian shall fight against Egyptian. You know, these Americans are, you know, modern day Egypt is America, by the way, but you know, is also Babylon the Great. That's what America is known as in the scriptures. But these Americans, you know, they're divided. They're you know, they're opposed to each other. You know, the red states, the blue states. All right, and the tensions between, you know, these Americans, you know, who have different points of view, the tensions between them is ramping up. You know, while simultaneously the tensions in the whole world, as far as Russia and its allies and America and its allies, you know, the tensions are ramping up all around. And that's what Yahweh Shai said was going to happen before he comes back in Matthew 24. All right, as well as, you know, other scriptures. But it says oh, and also another point is, it says, one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the gun. All right. And most states in the United States, you know, guns are legal, you know, especially in southern states, you know, Texas, Georgia, you know, especially southern states, you know, a lot of people, the average person has a gun, you know, or multiple. That's what a modern day sword is, you know. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. I'm going to look up the word for sedition. I'm going to use ChatGPT. go to definition. It says sedition is the act of inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or government. It involves actions or speech aimed at undermining the government or encouraging discontent and resistance among the populace. And that's what's coming. Like I said, is ramping up. All right. You know, that devil Biden just dropped out of the running, you know, or he dropped out of the election, whatever, you know, he dropped out. And you know, who knows what could happen. You know, personally, I believe Trump is going to get in office, and you know, that devil is going to, you know, come with that draconian laws. But whatever happens, you know, there's going to be sedition, best believe. All right? There's going to be sedition. And guess what? Why is it going to be sedition? Because the Bible said so. Because that's biblical prophecy. Everything that's happening in the world is biblical prophecy. When that CHIP, that RFID CHIP is made mandatory, and you know, this devil, you know, makes it a decree that everyone in the land has to take that. That's biblical prophecy. All right, that's in Revelation 13 and 16 to 17. So sedition is coming. All right. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings." A modern day king is a president or prime minister. It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." They're going to do, you know, whatever they see fit. Whatever seems right to these people, they're going to do in that day. It's going to be like Mad Max. It's going to be like the Book of Eli, all right? On steroids. Because these movies don't do justice of how bad it's going to be. You know, the scripture says it's a time like never before. It's a time that the earth has never seen. You know, Jacob's trouble. Goddamn mosquitoes, man. So lucky, I'm just smacking some of these bastards, man. All right, continuing on where I'm at. Verse 17, "And man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And that's why the worst place to be is in the cities. The people who are in the cities, they're going to get it the worst. All right, but even people who are out in the mountains, you know, out in the wilderness, they're going to, you know, the scripture speaks about they're going to die for lack of bread, you know. There's a scripture that says that, you know, those that are in the cities the sword is going to destroy, and those that are in the field, you know, are going to die of starvation, you know, roughly paraphrasing. All right, also, you know, Amos 5 and 18, it speaks about, you know, essentially, you know, you can't escape the judgment that's coming. You know, you might escape one thing, then something worse comes, you know, then it seems like it's all good, and then a snake bites you, you know. So in the times that we're coming into, you know, for you wicked individuals, you know, not for us, Lord willing, we're of the elect, and Lord willing, we continue to keep the word of his patience, the Lord is going to keep us safe. But you wicked people, there's going to be one thing after another, and you're going to, you know, just keep getting jacked up. All right, until those missiles finish the job, you know. It says, "For because of their pride," the there that is speaking of is the world. This is a very, you know, proud and arrogant world. All right. It says, "Because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled." And those are the most proud people, you know, in the city. All right. When I used to work in the city, I noticed that, you know, the people were way more proud in the city. It says, and we notice that even now, you know, just going out to camp, but, you know, but actually working in the city, you know, you're going to be there way longer than you're at camp. So I noticed that. That's one thing that I noticed whenever I worked in the city. It says, "Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. and spoil their goods. Again, the modern day sword is the gun, and Esau is gonna come with the big guns. This is just talking about the everyday, the average man that's gonna, kick in their neighbor's doors and, and things of that nature. All right. But Esau, the government, they're gonna come in with the big toys. All right. With sonic weapons, sound weapons. They got microwave weapons. Weapons that will literally excite all the molecules in your body and make them vibrate and pretty much cook you without fire. Cook you without any heat. It's just they got some crazy weapons, satellite weapons, drones. That's the sword that's coming. But this right here is talking about just regular people. It's pretty much gonna be, there's gonna be bloodshed on all sides, on all levels. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And hey, there's gonna be famines as well, which are really, artificial famines, but nevertheless, it's gonna be famines. All right. Psalm 17 and 13. Hold up. Psalms 17 and verse 13, it says, Arise, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked is the sword, like I mentioned, which is Esau, Edom. And how do you prove that? By going to Malachi 1 and 4. All right, it speaks about how Esau is the border of wickedness. Wherever Esau sets up his borders, there's gonna be wickedness there. All right, and then in First Maccabees, I think it's the first chapter. It speaks about when Alexander and his 4 generals started ruling, evils were multiplied in the earth. So that's how you know that Esau is the wicked. So our prayer to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, as David said, this is our prayer as well. Lord willing, we're of the house of David. Our prayer is that the Lord disappoints this devil, meaning, takes him out before he can accomplish his wicked goals. Deliver us from the wicked, which is thy sword. Because the sword is coming, and we're warning the people that the sword is coming. So when it does come, the ones who didn't listen, we did our job, their blood is off our hands. And the ones that didn't warn them, when the sword comes and destroys these people who didn't listen, their blood is gonna be on the hands of those that didn't warn them. So, we're covering ourselves, Psalms 55 and 20. I'm gonna try to hurry up. Psalms 55 and 20, it says he hath Psalms 55 and 20, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant, which is Esau Edom. He's been doing that since the ancient world. All right, he comes in, with the solution, but really the solution is to destroy you. All right, he comes in with smooth words. It's gonna go into that. This says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So this devil's gonna come in with the solution, so to speak. If you take this device in your right hand or on your forehead, you'll be able to buy and sell. We know it's hard out here, right now, to get food. It's hard out here to get groceries right now. It's hard. We know people are struggling. If you come and get this, you'll be able to eat. That's how this devil is gonna come. All right, very deceitfully, but really, he's trying to destroy us. He really just wants to total control over us. Salakia. So I'm gonna end off with this. Revelation 12 and 12. So this is why you Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and Israelite foreigners, which if you don't look like a black, Hispanic, and Native American, but you hear this word and your spirit agrees with it, and you can understand it, and you know it's the truth, and you believe it, you're an Israelite. So all us Israelites, we need to turn back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We all need to follow the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because we see the sword coming. We see, the time that's so evil, words can't even describe it. So the best thing is to get on the side of him that's bringing this evil, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He brings the good and the evil. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So these wicked elites of Esau that know that they're going out of power, that know Yahushua is coming back to establish his kingdom and the throne of David on the planet earth. With us, Lord willing, we're of the elect, being joint heirs, the 144,000. So this devil knows he's going down, so he's going to come with great wrath. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying once again, giving all praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Shalom.